chapter 5, verse 17, the old is gone, the new has come. And that cannot be epitomized any better than in tonight's match. It's the change of guard, it's the change in positions, it's the crowning of the new king of the league. The defending champions, Express Football Club.
Drive as a number 10, you score goals, you create them, and therefore you've got to also make sure that you get that ball moving and recycled quicker than he just did there.
Sebagala to Enoch, Sebagala to Ivan. Ivan now getting the ball up onto the wing. Here comes Chiza looking for that cross in there, but Chegundu, and he was going to the right as Manzoki was attempting to go for that ball, but the referee says he was too enthusiastic in his approach and ended up fouling. But that is the humility of the Emperor. Goes to see how his opponent Arthur Buka Chigundu is doing. I'm not so sure that was premeditated. He was aiming for the ball. He got Buka.
Yeah, that was a very high booter from Cesar Manzoki, but knowing him, he's a very amiable human being, one of the nicest individuals that you will ever interact with. Very good attacker to have in the team.
And a set piece taker as well. Chigundu trying to go acrobatically for that. And the return ball comes in, a brush off here. But the defense, resolute, steadfast, strong, locking everything out. The Venoms are in ascendance.
Yeah, I thought that that was a very good chance that was created there for Eric Kambale. I'm just surprised that he didn't direct that header into the back of the net, but that was a very good opportunity for Express to take the lead.
Well, in my opinion, I think in football, sometimes you don't see him, sometimes you only feel his impact in the game. John Diamukama tries to raise across, well blocked here by the hitman Yunus Center. The ball is popped up into the center of the park here. Acrobatic clearance there coming in. The flying head of the captain. Now it's picked up on the opposite end by the defense of Express Football Club. Venturing forward, here comes Arthur Buka Chigundu. That high boot quickly forgotten. Gets to business now. Here comes the genius. Enoch Sebagala tries to get the ball up front. The ball goes away. Looks like it was an offside. And Giza is remonstrating to the coach and saying, why wasn't the ball played to me?
Yeah, I think that he felt that he was in a better position than Joseph Okandana.
20 minutes of the game played. Vipers nil. Express Football Club nil. It's the time over there, especially if one wants a sweeper keeper. Something that will come in handy for a team like Vipers that venture forward as Brighton Okani sets the ball in motion here. Hilary Mukundane with a cross! And he will hit you! Laser guided into his scopes. One-on-one. And there will be no missing from the hitman. Lethal assassin. Silent on the docks, but give him half a chance. Give him a sniffer to goal. Ladies and gentlemen, that might be the last sight you will see before you pick the ball from the back of the net. The hitman, Yunus Junior Sentamo, puts the ball into the back of the net.
That was a brilliant finish. Clearly, it was a very good pass coming in from Hilary Mukundane. Not one that I had actually expected, but the way he flighted that ball was superb. Hilary Mukundane, very good assist, very good play from the fullback. And then the finish was pretty sublime. But I also have got to condemn, of course, John Diamukama, the marking.
Kiza trying to cut into the alley, gets the ball forward, switching lanes, but unable to get the ball to Sebagala. Disan Galiwango does an admirable job to get it away, getting it on to the goal scorer, the hitman, Yunus Junior Sentamo, and a back here. Human beings are not supposed to move like that. Human beings, under normal circumstances, are not supposed. That's PlayStation football.
Yeah, and that was a very good play from him. You just see how he dragged his opponent into the infield and then left space behind for him to provide that back heel. And he's just made it be. Yeah.
Well, here he comes, getting onto the ball once again, combining with Disan Galiwango. Can he deliver this time? Disan looking for the Emperor. Two players colliding. Yunus is a bit disappointed, but Milton Karisa gets it. And Bobosi lets loose. Cannonball, but it's a corner. Bobosi Yaruhanga is yet to remind you that he is the FIFA Player of the Year, reigning Player of the Year, and he still got steam in this game.
Yeah, that's very good play coming in now from Vipers. The cross this time coming from Disan Galiwango, pretty better than what we had seen earlier on, but then also the setup play there coming in from Milton Karisa, very unselfish, and then we saw that when it comes to Bobos, he always let fly, but very good goalkeeping from Dennis Otim.
Just looking at that replay there and the way Milton Karisa, that pass alone should guarantee your entrance fee. Well, here he comes, getting onto the ball once again, combining with Disan Galiwango. Can he deliver this time? Disan looking for the Emperor. Two players colliding. Yunus is a bit disappointed, but Milton Karisa gets it. And Bobosi lets loose cannonball. But it's a corner. Bobosi Byaruhanga is yet to remind you that he is the FUFA Player of the Year, reigning Player of the Year. And he still got steam in this game.
Yeah, that's very good play coming in now from Vipers. The cross this time coming from Disan Galiwango. Pretty better than what we had seen earlier on, but then also the setup play there coming in from Milton Karisa. Very unselfish, and then we saw that when it comes to Bobos, he always let fly, but very good goalkeeping from Dennis Otim.
Just looking at that replay there and the way Milton Karisa played that ball to Bobo Sibiaruhang, there's such a relish about him. He's like doing fine dining as the ball is brought in and straight into the back of the net. Hit one, hit two, hit them all, put them out. The hitman, Yunus Junior Sentamu, doubles the tally. Will you deny them? Will you refute the fact that it's the change of guard? Vipers are champions-elect and about to lose the elect title and be called champions outright.
Yeah, you can see that they're putting their experts in their place, and they're really cracked up that defense. And again, it's the combination of the two guys that got the first goal. The combination, the header coming in from Hilary Mukundane that set up Yunus Center. That was very good combination play and very good finish. And just shows you just how ruthless, again, as gestured there by the fans of Vipers, how they are, and they have just decimated this Express backline.
He is the hitman. He has been, of the three, the most quiet player of recent. But by God, should you slack? Should you give him the space? Should you allow him sight of your goal? Annihilation is the only thing he knows. Destruction is the only stock in trade. Death by goals is his forte. Yunus Junior Sentamu.
Brilliant, and that's now he's looking for a hat-trick, but very good play coming in from those causes and heading the ball back. I just feel that the Express's defense.
Nice back heel there coming in from Chiza, and there's a side netting. He never stops to thrill. We talked about just how much he has in his arsenal, his repertoire of tricks. Martin Kiza, aka Yanuzai, once again, the Cobra stance and the beautiful back heel. Ladies and gentlemen, we're having a show.
Yeah, that was very good play from Martin. Definitely, they've got the players that can really cause a bit of trouble to that KCC team. And for their pride, you think they're going to be giving KCC a real tough time.
As Milton Karisa glides his way through, and here comes another chance, trying to set up here. Yunus Sentamu looking for a chance. Brighton Ukani. The attack fails down here. More interestingly, John Vianney Simbe, that goal from Cromwell Rothomio changes the strata of if they could strike one here, would go miles into getting them back into the game. And Martin Kiza is one set intent on getting that done. Biamukama crosses in, and there was a nice touch, but it just didn't settle right. And the pose, that pose is iconic in the music world. It was done by Luther Vandross, it was done by Lionel Richie, it was done by Michael Jackson, and all those went on to sell multi-platinum selling albums. Fortunately for Mr. Eric Kenzo Kambali, it doesn't go gold, it doesn't even go silver, it doesn't even go to gold.
And I think that the delivery by John Biamukama was really, really inviting and well laid on pass there.
Just from the Emperor, Razzle, Dazzle, switching lanes, Dummy, Bobosi switches up here, setting the ball up, Hilary Mukundane! Could have cemented his place here for the man of the match. But by God, is he giving us a performance tonight? Hilary Mukundane is involved in the defense. And just before this game, John Vianney Simbe said, not much in the attack. You might be eating your words today with a humble pie, Vianney.
Definitely, I am actually having one here. I'm eating humble pie because I just think that
this time, Murshid Juko, sorry, that is the Sheriff Murshid Juko, says, thou shalt not pass. Ball brought forward, breaking away, looking for a bench up front, and a chance to cross the ball in here. Twist one way, twist the other. Disan Galiwango and the Caesar! Emperor Manzuki put himself into the threat there and tried to cross in. But ladies and gentlemen, this looks like it's quickly turning into the full-back show. First half was all about Hilary Mukundane. Second half, take him in. Disan Galiwango.
That was a good delivery, and that is what we call on him to do, a match in, watch out. If he can continue being this kind of incisive player with very good crosses, well-weighted passes, you think that he can really become an important element in this lineup. But that was a very good opportunity for Cesar Manzoki, one that probably felt that he's missing, killed him, and he seems to have...
Nil. On the other side, solitary goal for URA leading against UPDF. And KCC are still being held to a goalless draw by the already relegated Toro. And here comes the Vipers, getting it on. Milton Karisa sets it up! Bright spark on a cloudy sky. And Anukani is not a scorer of many goals, but he's a great goal scorer of great goals. 3 to the good, annihilation attempting. And Vipers are above, over, and away over the hills. Catch them if you can.
Well, I can tell you that Express has been put to the sword after the celebrations they had last year. Now Vipers has made the settlement. The first round encounter that ended 2-2, you felt that in a way Vipers were robbed, and today they've decided to set the record straight. That kind of finish by Brighton Lukani, but a setup play coming in from the man there, Milton Karisa. I don't know whether it took a deflection there, but very good play coming in from Yunus Sentamu. Very important play that he sets up that goal. There, and the second last pass, very good finish there from Brighton. It seems to have taken a deflection, and probably that's what took the goalkeeper, Dennis Otim, to really go flying on into one direction, and the ball ends up in another. But that's a goal that you think that Anukani, when they actually won in 2015, he just made the move away. So he wasn't part of that team that won in 2015, and this is going to be his first one.
Will Kambale with a chance here, the goalkeeper saves. Dennis Chigundu is not willing to relinquish his clean sheet, and the Express fans are up in arms, and they will not let this one run through. The question is, who do you turn your guns to? Because it was a momentary lapse in concentration, very rare from Vipers Sports Club, and of all people, C4, Livingstone Mulondo, clearing clumsily, Kambale getting the ball, but could he have worked that better? Kambale of last season? Yes. This one?
No, clearly, first and foremost, I don't understand what Livingstone Mulondo was doing there, because he has acres of space to play the ball on the outside, play it on the left side, and then he decides to play it inside his penalty area.
Aniel plays the ball up front. Khalid Luwadida threads a through pass here. Milton Karisa wanted the ball. Milton gets the ball. Milton turns into the box here as the ball is picked up at the edge of the box area. Shot released, not on target. Would have done better there, Bright Anukani.
Certainly. I thought that was a very good pass coming in from Milton Karisa, who showed a high sense of unselfishness. And that was the kind of pass with the message that just put the ball in the back of the net. And I don't understand why really Bright Anukani failed to really direct that ball far away from the goalkeeper.
But at the expense of a free kick that he can supremely slice into the back of the net. That's always the danger when you play with a player like Martin Kiza.
Yeah, of course, but you wonder whether that angle is good enough for him to really beat Dennis Chigundu from there. You just feel that actually what he can do is just float that ball into the penalty area, just right around the penalty spot, and hope that one of his teammates can get their head onto it, probably the Sheriff.
Goes for the long ball! And the offside trap is on. But for a moment there, John Vianney Simbe was a lot more accurate than the Oracle of Delphi. Told the player that would cross, Martin Kiza, called the player that would head, the Sheriff Murshid Juko, and it was almost damages. It was almost broken bones. It was almost sticks and stones until that flag came to the rescuing grace of Vipers.
Yeah, that was very close, but you must credit the linesman, or rather the assistant referee, because it was a gilt edge. We've seen moments where this man on the ball has been the one that has decided games, and then we've seen, of course, Milton Karisa also deciding them.
Well, on the attack here comes Milton Karisa, tries to take a shot there, but a timely blow coming in from the Sheriff. Murshid Juko says, "Thou shalt not pass," and true to the good, that one is a corner. Milton Karisa, of course, a little unhappy that did not go his way. But at the end of the day, still manages to get a corner for the team.
Yeah, and he's done quite well. He set up the third goal. Generally, I think that this has been one of his most impressive seasons in a long time. Somehow I like the way he's developed as a player also. Somehow he's added some...
Could get worse.
So we've got to be prepared for that.
Better.
Yeah, exactly, because looking at the table standings as they are right now, Express, of course, is going to remain at position number 6 with 42 points.
And the referee, George Olemo, pulls the curtain on this one. It's full time at the St. Mary's Stadium, Chitende. A brace from the hitman, Yunus Junior Sentamo. A goal from Brighton Ukani, bright sparkling stars. And ladies and gentlemen, the journey that started on the 17th of October 2021 in Lugogo against Police FC culminates right here, right now. It's celebration time. There will be no denying. There will be no ad-libs. There will be no distraction. There can be only one title that will be subscribed to the Venoms. All hail the new champions of the StarTimes Uganda Premier League. The title is firmly enshrined and will go down in history as the property of the St. Mary's Stadium, Chitende. Phenomenal performance from this team, surmounted every challenge that has come their way, and even at their worst, they've still proved to be better than any of the opposition that has been thrown their way. Today is one of those examples as they seal it against the former defending champions. Full time in the StarTimes Uganda Premier League at the St. Mary's Stadium, Chitende. It's Vipers Sports Club 3, Express Football Club 0.